Number 12, Vincent Pope. Number 13, Hassan Rehan. Number 15, Hassan Nazarali. Number 17, Gianluca Simonetta. Number 20, Diego Diaz. Number 23, Mateo Cardenas. Number 24, Matthew Cullum. Number 26, Manasa Mobdezak. Number 27, Adrian Albanese. Number 33, Hunter Wright. Team assistant coach, Marco Retta. Team assistant coach, Mario McAlkin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing our match officials who were appointed to today's OPDL Cup Final. Your referee, Madad Charlie. Assistant referee, Leanne Herbert. Assistant referee, Sartak Shorty. And fourth official, Adrian Sandel. Our special guest with us today, representing Ontario Soccer, is Matthew Kasabian. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please rise, remove your hat for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, soccer fans, welcome into day 2 of the 2025 OPDL Cup as we bring you the under-16 boys final between Woodbridge and Vaughan, two local rivals set to go head-to-head here to kick off day 2 with 3 matches on the docket today, as we'll start with the under-16 boys final. In the middle, we'll get the under-16 girls final between Ottawa South United and Woodbridge. So back-to-back OPDL Cup appearances today in the U16 category for Woodbridge as a club. And we'll wrap up today's action with the under-15 boys cup final between Aurora and Rush Academy. And Rush Academy winning the under-15 boys OPDL Cup final last year. They're looking for back-to-back cups in the U15 division. We'll find out what happens here today as these teams kick off for glory and a chance at history this weekend. Live from the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center Stadium Field, it's the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals. We applaud all the finalists here at the 2025 U15, 16, and 17 OPDL Cup who have excelled all season long on and off the pitch, succeeding in the face of adversity and earning a berth at this prestigious event. Join us live here at the stadium or through our online match center as teams make Ontario soccer history this weekend. New this year, fans can enjoy even more coverage through Ontario Soccer's My Soccer app, powered by BMO, featuring exclusive content like player interviews and behind-the-scenes footage you won't find anywhere else. Download the app today for free from the Apple Store, the Apple App Store, or the Google Play Store, and don't miss any of the action here at the 2025 OPDL Cup. We get a look at our match officials, and we're just moments away from kickoff as we'll have Vaughan coming out in their white and red kits, white jerseys, some red coloring along the shoulders and red numbering on the back, red shorts and white socks. And on the flip side, Woodbridge coming out in their iconic blue kits with the white numbering on the back, and they'll work left to right across your screen as we prepare for the opening kickoff. Your starting keepers in this one, Avery Steed gets the net for Vaughan, and Woodbridge turn to Manatsa Mugeza. Well, fans, once again, we're thrilled to welcome you to today's OPDL Under-16 Boys Cup Final. This event would not be possible without our key partners, Toronto FC. Toronto FC is the official founding premier partner of Ontario Soccer, as well as the co-presenting partner of the OPDL, the province's youth high-performance league. Their commitment to the game in Ontario is unrivaled. Visit torontofc.com for tickets and more. The Canadian Premier League, on behalf of its Ontario-based member clubs, Forge FC, York United FC, and Atletico Ottawa, are also premier partners of Ontario Soccer and co-presenting partners of the OPDL. For updates and more, please go to canpl.ca. And don't forget, today's OPDL Cup action is fueled by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel as we get the action underway on day 2 of the 2025 OPDL Cup. We're coming to you live from the stadium field at the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center with this Under-16 Boys Cup final between Vaughan in white and Woodbridge in blue. And Vaughan pressing here into the attacking side of half, but that pass picked off. Good defensive stance there from Romano. Ball turned over through the midfield as Zur comes up with it. He moves it to the near side flank where Salomone takes control. Touch to the line where it's quickly returned to Salomone by Farron. Salomone working down in the attacking third, and he's tripped up, so a free kick here for Vaughan in the opening minute. Putting players in towards the penalty spot within the area, about 7 players in white in the fray as the ball comes in on the in-swinger, right on target, and the keeper forced to make the save. Mugeza was there with the punch, but a foul committed on the keeper in the sequence, and a free kick issued here to Woodbridge. So controlled by the Woodbridge backline, and now they move it through the midfield looking for Gallo up the flank. Contact there, advantage not really materializing, and actually an offside called against Gallo. Some debate from Woodbridge coach Marco Retta, the former TFC player, about whether the foul should have been called prior to the offside infraction, but no foul in the officials' eyes, so possession of Vaughan, and they work it out through the back line here with Mazzoli on the, but he turns it over, and now Gallo tries to make something happen for Woodbridge as it's pulled back. Quick little touch intended by Goodell, still trying to battle for it. In there was Simonetta, and it's turned over, and now Vaughan quickly looking to transition. That ball chipped ahead as running onto it is De Leon, but it's back to the Woodbridge keeper, and Mugeza makes easy work of that, sending it down the pitch. Mazzoli goes back to his keeper, Steed. Playing that out, pressure coming, but oh, it's turned over here, and let's see what can happen for Woodbridge as Veas trying to make the play. can't materialize anything more than a quick possession, and now a scrum for the ball with players on the turf, and coming out of the pack with it, at least temporarily, is Goodell. Woodbridge do hold possession here as they'll slow it down and work it over to Lucas Snow. Snow pulls back, as through the middle, Kopp plays it over to the left flank. All the way wide by way of Callum. Turned over in transition, and now Vaughan tried to strike here quickly. That ball played ahead, but no one there in white to control after the pass came from Ortiz. Turned over, and now it's controlled by Souza. Souza into the attacking third, looking for options. Nice control as he pulls back, whips the cross into the near post, but Mugueza there with an easy stop. Good drop kick by Mugueza as it's down the length of the pitch, and Avery Steed out of his area will track back before picking it up. Quickly throws that one out as up the pitch it goes by way of Ortiz, and quickly on it they try to create something, but a little too aggressive on the back. A foul committed there by Ezra De Leon, and Woodbridge with a quick restart. Although actually have them pull it back, and now it's in play as Woodbridge feeling a little bit of pressure, but De Leon adjudged to have committed the foul on the back after that. Snow, he moves it ahead. Woodbridge in blue try to play the ball up the line, but Gallo nowhere near that one, and Mazzoli takes it for Vaughan. Mazzoli to his keeper Steed. Steed playing it over, and controlling it there is Royer. Royer under pressure. Royer coughs it up, but a foul committed. And Vaughan bailed out with the whistle, and Gallo getting a bit of a warning there for his vocal protests. Woodbridge defender stepping up to take control. Nice play there by Matthew Callum. They'll try hold it here. Touch back now to Papandrea. Worked over to Snow. Snow plays it ahead. Ricochets over to Gallo. Gallo trying to track it back, but it's turned over, and Arangio takes it for Vaughan. Arangio, the captain, pulls back and drops that one to his defender. As Volase playing it up the line, and a foul committed there. Actually, sorry, a throw in here to Woodbridge. Snow tossing in. Turned over as Arangio takes it, tries to feed it ahead for De Leon. He takes control after the initial touch from the defender. De Leon can't track cleanly into the area. Nice defensive stance that time from Vincent Kopp. And that's off a Vaughan player and out for a Woodbridge throw. 6th minute of this match. We're playing two 45-minute halves here, and should we end the 90 tied, we'd go straight to penalty kicks. 5 attempts aside. 2 of the 3 matches yesterday needing to be settled by way of penalties. Woodbridge taking control here through the back line. They'll work the far side flank as trying to cut back through the midfield and play that ball ahead intended for Goodell, but it's turned over, and now it's controlled here by Farron. Farron, his pass picked off initially, but quickly Vaughan retained possession. Ooh, hauled down there, and finally a whistle as waiting to see if the teammate in the form of Wright would come in to take it, but nothing there, and a kick here for Vaughan. Hauled down on the play was Souza. And he stands over top the ball to take the kick here. Left-footed boot into it. Snow there with the defensive header. Loose opportunity as it's brought down by Arangio. Nice step over move there by Zur. Vaughan continue to try work it, but Woodbridge relentless in the pressure, and they cause an initial turnover as continuing to press is Papandrea, and now Woodbridge do come away with it. That through ball, however, defended well, and Here we go through the midfield again. Transition, swapping between the two squads. Stepping up with anticipation nicely is Romano. He works the far flank now for Woodbridge, but closed down by two defenders. He does well just to win the throw. Quickly tossed into Viaz. Viaz with some contact on his back, but he didn't like that play continued on. He would rather have seen the whistle. Turned over, and now Vaughan have possession here. That through ball intended for De Leon, but it's broken up. And controlled now with Papandrea on it for Woodbridge. Souza tries to bring that aerial ball down, juggles it, and then plays a great through ball for De Leon to run onto. However, the flag goes up, and that chance not to be a nice effort from Souza to provide the service. De Leon unable to time the run. Woodbridge restart, and they quickly play that ahead as it's controlled by Simonetta. He's closed down. The support from Goodell unable to retain possession, and now Vaughan have it up the near sideline. Controlled here with Volase on the ball. He gets closed down and turns it over. And now Woodbridge have some time and space up the near flank. Played ahead for Gallo after Papandrea made the initial touch. Gallo sustains the tackle, continues to battle, and loses it on the second effort. Good exchange there between Gallo and Zur. Controlled by Goodell. He dished that one to Callum, and now they start to work an attack up the far flank with Romano running onto it. Romano whips the cross in. Off his line comes the keeper Steed with safe hands. And they'll slow things down here momentarily. 10th minute of action. Woodbridge having some good possession early. Vaughan trying to defend now on this charge as Vaughan has some good opportunities too. Neither keeper thoroughly tested yet, but let's see what Vaughan can do here. That ball to the outside intended for Arangio, and he wins the battle against Snow. Arangio's got some space to bring this into the area. Not the quality touch he would have hoped for there. However, save chipped over Romano. What a hustle play to get back and get position on Sosa. And Romano wins the free kick for Woodbridge. Get a look at the replay here. As you can see, Romano tracking over, and then Sosa with just enough of a touch in the back for the call to be made and take Romano down. Papandrea, he plays that towards the far flank, but it's over the head of Deshani Gale and out for a Vaughan throw-in. Sosa, Romano on him defensively. Vaughan trying to hold possession, but they turn it over as it's corralled by Papandrea. Tries that through ball for Gallo to run onto, gets to it, and the save made there by Steed. Great opportunity for Christian Gallo. Couldn't quite get fully squared to it, but did get a quality shot, enough to at least test the hands of the keeper. And Steed making his first real quality save of the match there. Vaughan have a throw in here on the attacking side of half as it's played in by Salomone. Woodbridge quickly get the ball back. Gallo trying to make the play here. Good battle in the air between Gallo and Mazzoli. And now bringing it down is Viaz. Viaz trying to play one through for Gale, but well out of his area to make the play is the keeper Steed. Good heads up goalkeeping there. Salomone, he takes control, has time and space, now plays it through the middle. There's a good touch by Zur. Running onto it is Souza. Into the penalty area he goes. Souza trying to draw to his left foot. Continuing to dribble on it. Makes a nice touch. Shot attempt, that's initially blocked. Ricochet, but the flag goes up as offside was Antonio Ferrin. So would not have mattered had it challenged the keeper. Ultimately went high, out for a goal kick, but the offside called, and both teams trying to work for that breakthrough tally as we're scoreless through the opening 13 minutes of play. Woodbridge working it from the restart with Kopp on it, making the play now to Papandrea, back to Kopp. He'll have to use the keeper, Mugeza, as they start to work the far flank. There's a good ball up the middle, but too heavy a touch for the attacker in Simonetta to really challenge for it. And the keeper, Steed, restarts possession for Vaughan. Royer. Souza. Quick touch as he has support there in the form of Ortiz. Ball up the line. Souza held up for a moment. As Mugeza controls here, the keeper for Woodbridge. Working the far flank, Romano on the ball. Dropping back over to Callum. Callum under pressure and he coughs it up there. Aranjo making the play. Touched in. De Leon can't spin his way into a shooting lane. And not a full clearance as Sosa back on it now. Plays the left-footed ball back towards the box. That one defended, and quickly here go Vaughan with Woodbridge with Viaz on. Viaz continuing to work the far flank. Viaz stepping over and dancing here, trying to work some trickery as he plays that through ball and defended well, but a foul committed on Viaz and a yellow card shown. A caution here in the 14th minute, and I believe it was shown there to the captain, Michael Arangio. Get a look at the replay there. You can see that late challenge as the two Vaughan defenders came together, and Arangio drawing the caution. So set piece opportunity here for Woodbridge into the 15th minute of this match. A four-man wall defends. As I believe that's Romano over top the ball preparing to take the kick. Check that, it's actually Thiago Viaz. We'll see what Viaz does here. Will he opt for a shot? Will he try to play a ball in towards the back post? There's 5 or 6 Woodbridge attackers in and around the area. Viaz opts for shot. Oh, what a strike! But what a save from Avery Steed! Full stretch. He parries that out for the corner. That's a clutch stop there. Have another look at this one. Perfectly struck free kick from Viaz. As we'll get the corner momentarily, Viaz setting up for the in-swinger. Viaz curls it in. The header off the mark from Matthew Callum and out for a goal kick. Well, as the Bank of Soccer with decades of investing in soccer programming at all levels, here's a look at that free kick and the great save there from Steed. BMO is committed to boldly grow the good in business and life by growing our beautiful game. We are honored to work with BMO as lead partner of Ontario Soccer's grassroots empowerment initiatives and newly announced digital platform My Soccer, powered by BMO, a cutting-edge app and media platform set to revolutionize the soccer experience for players, coaches, officials, fans, and families throughout Ontario. Download it today, the My Soccer app, powered by BMO. Here go Woodbridge with Gallo on the ball. Steps back to try change the pace. Closed down by 2 Vaughan players. Gallo loses it to the touchline, and it's out for a Vaughan throw. Well, the best scoring chance of the match coming just moments ago on the free kick opportunity struck by Viaz. But Avery Steed bringing his A game between the sticks today, making a phenomenal save. Vaughan control with the captain, Arangio. His ball up the line, though, off the mark, and Woodbridge have a throw-in. Snow tosses that one back to his center back in Callum, playing it out wide for Romano. Ooh. Poor touch from Romano. You can see the frustration as that got away from him. possession turned over. Souza trying to juggle tight to the line. Romano chips ahead, headed on the touch there from Simonetta. Appeals for a free kick from the Woodbridge fans, nothing doing, and here goes Vaughan with Salmone on the ball. He touches that one forward. Farron trying to contend, he can't corral it, and now it's cleared out through the half where it's secured by Mazzoli. He hammers that up the pitch before it's volleyed back out by Callum. Controlled temporarily by Gale. Finds its way over to Gallo, and now he's got room to run an attack here. Gallo trying to make the move on the defender. He's initially held up, drops it now. Shot attempt as a save there from Steed after Luca Goodell took the shot opportunity. So Woodbridge continuing to create opportunities as Gale tried to pick that throw from the keeper off, but now Vaughan have space to run it. A heavy touch off the foot of Salmone, and it's turned over. Actually checked that was Ortiz on that one. And now it's controlled by Woodbridge with Viaz on the ball. Viaz, who had that free kick opportunity that really tested the keeper Steed. He continues to be a threat up front today for Woodbridge. They work the ball now to Goodell. Makes the touch over to Gale. Gale tries to cut his way inside past the defender. Good ball for Gallo to run onto. Can he save it? Just gets out of touch there and out for a goal kick. A little too heavy from Gale. Not quite enough pace from Gallo.
Elbows up.
Woodbridge coaching staff, the Vaughan coaching staff there, reminding their squad high percentage plays as they continue to struggle in transition to string more than a few quality touches together. Let's see what they can do now. There's a long ball played ahead, but with the speed of De Leon running onto it, still too heavy a touch as Mugueza off his line to make the save. Controlled here by Papandrea. Callum. Ball ahead as it's a quick touch from Simonetta, but quickly hammered back. Callum receiving the header there from Kopp. And then Kopp gets the return pass from Callum. Snow being closed down with pace. Good job there by the Vaughan winger and Farron to challenge, and it's out for a Woodbridge throw. Snow tosses in now as Kopp playing it ahead for Papandrea. Does well to get past the first challenge, and now he's got room to make something happen. Dishes that one ahead for Goodell. Cuts into his left foot, takes the shot, but a little too close to the keeper as Steed makes it seem routine. And the Vaughan keeper continues to see shots on target today. Steed's drop kick, met by the opposing header of Papandrea, but then turned over. The initial touch from Farron never made it to its destination. And now Woodbridge and Vaughan just continue to volley the ball around here with neither getting clear-cut possession. Good day, he makes the play. And now they try send Gale on the run as he'll catch this on the far flank. Gale squaring up against the defender Ortiz. Gale down to the goal line, cuts it in, but there's the defensive touch from Jackson Royer to knock it out for a corner. So good pace and creativity from Deshani Gale to create that opportunity, but defended well by Royer, anticipating that low cross attempt tight from the goal line and limited options for Gale to actually get the ball through to. Setting up for an in-swinger here as a bevy of Woodbridge players surround the penalty area. Movement now, ball towards the near post, but headed away by the defender. I believe that was Zur who got to it.
No foul.
And controlled by Viaz, who took the corner, and eventually Viaz able to win his team the throw-in. Well, with the heat warning still in effect across the GTA, we're going to get the cooling break here in the 23rd minute of action as you're tuned in to the 2025 OPDL Cup. It's the Under-16 Boys Final between Vaughan and Woodbridge.
Make sure that you also are hydrating today here with this very hot weather, and we hope that you're enjoying this exciting game. Vaughan Woodbridge always brings excitement. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to take a moment here to give special thanks to all of the volunteers and workers for their hard work and support during this year's OPDL tournament rounds and finals. Many hours are spent ensuring that these events are a success, and much of that success is thanks to our many dedicated volunteers. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for our volunteers. Thank you.
All right, soccer fans, let's get you back to the action here as we're coming to you live from the stadium field at the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center. And it's the 2025 OPDL Under-16 Boys Cup Final between local rivals Vaughan and Woodbridge. We're scoreless through 24 minutes of play here as we're playing two 45-minute halves, and should we remain tied at the end of 90, we'd go straight to penalty kicks. Both teams have created quality opportunities. Woodbridge probably the better quality, higher percentage opportunities, most notably the free kick attempt from Viaz, and then a subsequent handful of opportunities that have tested the keeper for Vaughan, Avery Steed, but he has looked very good today, and a big reason why this match remains scoreless. We're back underway here after the cooling break, and Woodbridge bringing the ball in towards the penalty area. A few yells for a call, but nothing doing, and Vaughan cleared out and get their own throw here. Well, Viaz once again providing that attacking threat for Woodbridge, and he still pleads his case that a penalty should have been awarded. And now Gale trying to create a turnover, but that's knocked out, and a throw in here to Vaughan. As we mentioned, with the cooling break and the temperatures in effect here, heat warnings all across the Toronto area. Temperatures in the mid-30s with the humidex into the 40s, but thankfully a nice breeze here today at the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center Stadium field. Blowing left to right, so right now favoring Woodbridge as they shoot towards the Vaughan goal. And if not for that breeze, it would be quite a heavy heat. A foul called there as De Leon getting a little too aggressive, and he draws the foul. Or he rather commits the foul. Drawing the call there was Papandrea. They work it here to Romano. Back to the keeper, Mugueza.
Yeah. If you're sitting in there, you're getting baked.
Approaching the, well, we're now inside the final 20 minutes of the first half, and as Woodbridge move the ball to the outside line, Gale tries to control, but it's turned over, and now here go Vaughan with Volase on it. Cuts that ball into the middle, controlled initially by Farron, but he can't keep it close enough to sustain possession, and now Woodbridge looking to transition. That ball up the line, Gallo making a run, but it's going to be out of his range, and that'll track out for a goal kick. You can see that Woodbridge trying to create those quick strike transition opportunities.
Like millimeters? It's 70 to 200. Oh.
Haven't quite gotten the weight right on some of those balls yet today, but we'll see if they continue to work that. Free kick called here against, an offside actually, as De Leon coming from the offside position to challenge for that aerial ball, and Woodbridge have possession now from the restart. Callum playing to Romano and back to Callum. Kopp. Snow. Quick touch ahead, 1-2. Snow unable to keep that in, and it's out for a Vaughan throw. Ebbs and flows of the game. We saw it yesterday with 2 of the 3 matches, the heat and fatigue and longevity of the players a factor. As here's De Leon making a run. Let's see if he can show some explosiveness. Closed down nicely by Kopp and out for a goal kick, which the Vaughan players are not happy about here. And there's a bit of a discussion here between De Leon and our match official, but we'll restart with a goal kick. The Vaughan coaching staff not thrilled about that. Match official handling it nicely though. There's a ball up the far flank, and Romano with a quick touch running onto it, but unable to catch it is Viaz. Viaz continues to battle, and Romano gets the touch in. A little heavy there for Simonetta, but the defender's struggling to make the play in Mazzoli. Mazzoli has to play it back to his keeper, Steed, who takes the safe path and just clears it up the middle. Arangio being closed down by 3 Woodbridge players and loses it as Gadai makes the pass ahead. The flag stays down. The shot just over top the bar as Simonetta with the opportunity. The Vaughan defenders felt like the flag should have gone up, but in real time from up here, it did look like Simonetta stayed onside, and had he put that on target, well, it could have been the opening tally as Gale causes the turnover. Gale shoots and off the outside of the netting. Oh man, Woodbridge really pressing now, and it feels like something could happen here if they continue with this wave after wave of attack. Gale creating that opportunity off the Royer mistake from the goal kick restart, and we saw that. Poor goal kick restarts lead to goals yesterday. Woodbridge continue to press here. Papandrea, good touch into the middle. Viaz trying to get it back to Simonetta. He touches that one over to Romano. Romano, Simonetta. Simonetta thinking shot, lets it go, but that's blocked. Good defending there by Vaughan, as now Souza brings it down and he tries to dribble it out to the half. He turns it over. Papandrea had it, and he's fouled there by Arangio. So a free kick to Woodbridge. 31st minute of the half, and these 2 local rivals, the intensity starting to pick up pitch side. Viaz plays ahead for Gale, staying onside nicely. He'll try and make a play out of the corner. Gale, cross attempt off the defender and out for a Woodbridge throw.
We don't get to keep the
good shadowing there from Ortiz as he was stride for stride with Gale and didn't bite on any deke attempt either. Romano.
Yeah, for sure. It was all
The throw from maybe 12 yards out from the corner. As Romano looks for options, plays it short. It's right back to Romano. Cross attempt partially blocked, and then a defensive clearance supplied by Ortiz. Gale has it again for Woodbridge, trying to cut inside from the flank. Does well to hold possession despite the pressure. Gale. Controlled now by Kopp. Snow. Kopp. Romano calling for it. He's on the far flank with space, but with the wind whipping the way it is, tough to get that ball there from the near sideline today. Arangio, his through ball. Good stretch there by Snow to get a touch to it, and now Gadai has it for Woodbridge. Plays ahead for Simonetta. Draws back. Viaz. Defended beautifully, as coming up with a clutch tackle was Gabriel Ortiz. One-on-one there with Viaz, and Now De Leon back the other way as he gets separation. De Leon into the penalty area, shoots, and off the outside of the net. Oh man, good chances here for both teams, and we're gonna have a yellow card here shown to a Woodbridge defender, and I believe that's Callum. Matthew Callum. Let's get a look at the replay of that last chance, as here you get a look at the speed from De Leon, and I believe it was that pull that you saw the foul, but the advantage played because of the incredible speed from Ezra De Leon. So on the initial foul there, good job by the official to come back and give that caution here in the 33rd minute. So now both teams into the book in this one as Mugueza plays it out. The Woodbridge keeper pushing it up to the far line where Romano plays the ball ahead for Villas. Villas tracking here over to the near touchline where Gallo takes possession. Gallo getting closed down quickly by Salomone. Gallo trying to take him on. Gallo takes him down to the goal line. Gallo draws it back, and the shot attempt out for a goal kick is dropping down there to make the effort. I believe that was Simonetta who tracked over. As Woodbridge continue to create, and actually it was Good Eye that tried the one that went out for the goal kick. Woodbridge continue to get good creation though into the attacking third. Salomone, he gets closed down by Gallo, who trying to create a turnover. Good exchange, and now Arangio gets fouled by Gallo, so a free kick here to Vaughan.
I love it. It's such a good play.
Gallo not happy, asking, well, what about the contact on me?
Oh.
Arangio. Salomone muscles that one through. Snow getting a touch to it as De Leon contends, but Kopp comes up with it for Woodbridge. Villas being closed down, and Zur unable to contain him initially. Gallo on the near sideline pulling up a little lame, and hopefully he's okay as Romano gets called for a foul and a free kick here for Vaughan. Zur plays the free kick in, but too heavy, and Mugueza off his line to collect. Well, the biggest soccer event in the world is coming to our country and province in 2026, and we want you to be a part of it. With BMO as the title partner, Generation 26 is a bold initiative designed to bring the game to every corner of Ontario, with a full calendar of events and initiatives running through the summer of 2026 and beyond. Learn more at ontariosoccer.net/gen26. Good-eye with a good ball, but the flag goes up as unable to time that was Simonetta. And Woodbridge, despite continuing to create, unable to find a breakthrough here today so far. Get a look at the replay there as now Arangio takes it ahead for Vaughan. Arangio fights through the contact, plays ahead for De Leon. He'll have a chance to take on two defenders, trying to win a corner kick here. Oh, De Leon keeps it alive along the goal line, crosses in front, and the volley just going wide. Oh, beautiful creation there from Ezra De Leon.
They were ready there.
And the volley attempt off the foot of Antonio Ferrin, and here get a look at the replay.
No,
just pushing it wide. Well, that's arguably Vaughan's best chance of the match so far, as it looks like we're going to get a substitution here for Woodbridge, and I believe it's going to be Christian Gallo coming out here. So it looks like whatever knock he did take is enough for now to at least force him out. But with the paperwork not quite ready, we'll restart play, and Woodbridge will have to wait for the next break to get the change in. Romano pulls back, pressure from De Leon as they go back to Mugueza, the keeper. Mugueza, right foot through the ball, Salomone comes up with the initial interception. Papandrea back the other way now for Woodbridge. Good through ball, but Gallo never checked his positioning, and he was probably about 4 or 5 strides offside that time. And his coach reminding him there, listen, you got to check your position. You're way too far off the line. Volosai playing that back to Royer. As Vaughan work it here with Ortiz. Woodbridge get the substitute in at the line. They'll make it momentarily, but here goes Gadai with the shot from distance, and big eyes, but nothing more than that, as the shot never challenged the keeper in Steed. We'll get the substitution here as Cardenas gets set to come into the match, and it will be Gallo coming out. So a little frustration from Gallo, but he had a good 40 minutes of this match in terms of his personal performance. Maybe not producing as much as he would have liked, but certainly playing a gritty, tough attacking style along the wing there for Woodbridge. We'll see what kind of spark Cardenas can supply them off the bench. Royer. That ball headed away by Romano. Good eye, he'll flick on. Vias trying to get the touch. Cardenas running onto it, but the keeper Steed anticipating well, and he quickly got on top of it. Throwing it out, it's quickly turned over though as Snow challenges in a tough battle there where Salomone gets the worst of it. Nice job by Papandrea to keep it alive. Kopp. Callum. Over to the far flank now for Romano. He'll pull back to Callum. Papandrea. Oh, he turns it over. De Leon. Let's see what Vaughan can do here. Chipped ahead. De Leon's going to have a chance to make a play in the penalty area now. 2 defenders on him. Snow. De Leon from the turf making a nice reflex play to keep it alive for Vaughan. Controlled here by Arangio. Switching that over to Souza along the far flank. Hustling to keep it in along the touchline, and he squares up against Romano. Souza. Defensive help comes in the form of Gale, and Gale does well not to commit a foul. Cross, that one blocked initially, and now Simonetta takes it for Woodbridge. And he tries to use speed here to get separation, but Royer right there with him, and Royer does well to play it off of Simonetta out for a Vaughan throw. So into the 41st minute now, and time ticking away here in the first half. We are still scoreless as you're tuned into the 2025 OPDL Under-16 Boys Cup Final between 2 local rival clubs in Woodbridge in blue and Vaughan in white. Here go Woodbridge once again. Vias, good ball up the line for Gale. He's got room to run here. Deshani Gale into the penalty area. Draws back tight angle, but safe hands there from the keeper Steed. Read it well not to pull too far off his near post and allow Gale that opportunity to tuck it in short side. Snow battling with De Leon. Kopp, good through ball. That touch intended for Cardenas, and Salomone, who's had a physically tough couple of minutes, did well just to dig that second ditch effort to knock it out for a corner where he was already on his backside.
Oh, yeah.
Thiago Vias tracks over to take the corner. As he sets up for the outswinger. About 6 Woodbridge players currently at the top of the penalty area. Now they break the huddle. Ball comes in. It ricochets over to Cardenas. He looks for options, plays back to Vias. Vias, better cross this time, headed away by the defender. Cardenas on it here for Woodbridge. Vias supplies the touch over to Romano. Squares up, plays it right on target, but from that distance, very routine save for Avery Steed. It's going to take something more special than that from there today to beat Steed, who has already shown his capabilities, making a highlight reel save on a Viaz free kick attempt earlier in the half. Ball headed around, and Cardenas battling here, getting a good chunk of Arangio, and Cardenas getting that extra touch in on Salmone, and he's got to watch himself here now. Cardenas, who was substituted in just minutes ago, drawing a warning now from the match official, and the referee reminding him you were in the thick of it earlier, down by the keeper. And we restart with a Woodbridge kick taken by Cardenas, played over to the far flank now by Romano. He tries to whip the cross into the area, but a good defensive header that time supplied by Mazzoli to knock the threat away. Snow. Papandrea. Time to recover after the initial touch. Good eye over to Cardenas. Played over to Viaz. Touch to Gale. Gale missed touch there as he could have gone in with it himself. Tried to draw it back, turned it over, and now Souza with that long ball ahead for De Leon to run onto, but good defensive positioning from Callum to cut it off. Gale trying to make amends, but here he turns it over. However, a free kick awarded and a caution shown as going into the book is Colin Volasai in the 44th minute.
I already heard. Rob, you should be wearing blue.
Three cautions now in the first half, 2 to Vaughan, 1 to Woodbridge, and Snow controls here for Woodbridge. Kopp looking to switch as Viaz brings it down. He's got Romano on the overlap. Tried to play it over, but Viaz hauled down, and this free kick basically from where Viaz challenged with that great strike earlier in the half. Let's see what Woodbridge can do with this set piece opportunity. Maybe about 24 yards off the out, 24 yards out, maybe about 6 yards out off the top corner of the penalty area there, as a three-man wall sets up to defend. We'll have a minimum of 2 minutes added time to be played here to end the first half, but let's see what Thiago Viaz can do on this free kick opportunity for Woodbridge. The keeper, Avery Steed, certainly mindful of Viaz's ability to curl it in. Viaz goes for the shot. Off a bounce. Safe save from Steed. Made it look easy as Viaz once again tried to curl something in short side. Not quite the same quality on that free kick as we had from Viaz earlier in the half. Snow headed away by Salomone. Kopp, he'll go all the way back to his keeper Mugueza, as we're about halfway through the minimum 2 minutes to be played here to cap off the opening 45. Romano for Woodbridge, under pressure, he'll pull back as Callum plays to Kopp. Callum looking up the field, and he picks a man through the midfield in Simonetta. Draws it back. Controlled now by Papandrea. Cardenas, it was actually Gudai making the play to Papandrea. Or to Cardenas, and now controlled here by Zur. Salomone. Left-footed ball, trying to chip it ahead for Farron to make a play, but knocked out a play, and a Vaughan throw here, and there can't be too much left in the added time now. Andrew Salomone gets set to take a long throw. Good toss into the penalty area. Defensive header, but it's not clear yet. Gudai gets a touch to it, and now Woodbridge looking for a quick counterattack as Cardenas makes a run up the near sideline. Cardenas, he'll catch the ball here and have an opportunity to pick out some support. Beautifully timed tackle, and that's the halftime whistle as Mazzoli puts an end to the threat. And after the opening 45 minutes of play, we are still scoreless here at the 2025 OPDL Under-16 Boys Cup Final between Vaughan and Woodbridge. Folks, stay tuned. Second half action coming up next as you get a look at our first time half match stats. And after the break, the conclusion of this Under-16 Boys Cup Final.
The provincial program, it offers a lot of opportunities, and if you go there and you do your thing, a lot of good things can come for you right after. So that would definitely be my biggest advice, is to just understand the opportunity and don't take anything for granted.
My advice is you're here, you got chosen for a reason, and just don't get caught up in being nervous because it goes by so quick. So just enjoy it, have fun, and just play how you play.
Have fun, play your game, play how you always play. You're chosen for a reason, and be confident, be a good team player, support each other, and just, yeah, have fun.
Always keep mentally strong and be prepared for any adversity they face, and to always keep their head high.
You guys were chosen for a reason. You clearly have talent if you were selected for this. So just be yourself on the field and really have fun.
Don't be overwhelmed by the experience. It's going to be super exciting. You guys were picked for a reason. Go out and have lots of fun.
Know your worth. You guys have been selected for a reason. These are the best players in Ontario. So, I mean, you're here to show why you're the best. And I just say, know your worth, be confident.
My advice for the U14s is to take the constructive criticism that you get from your coaches or your fellow teammates and just run with it, because that's the only thing that's going to make you grow and to make you stronger.
They're lost. There's no game on today.
Where is everyone? Do we know that guy?
Was that just in Marsh?
For me, my soccer journey in OPDL started with Markham FC. At the time I played for Pickering, but I had moved to Markham to play there. I played in there for a couple of years, had a lot of joy there, did really well with the team. The team was really good.
The OPDL provided the environment for real elite class players to play against each other consistently, and so that definitely helped Jade to raise the game and to become the player that she is today.
It allowed her to develop to her potential and also be visible. Everyone knew about Jade. When you're in the OPDL program and you're good, people are going to know. It's set up to identify those players.
The OPDL is a great league that's set up to put a lot of eyes and a lot of people looking at your pathway. I think that it's very fluid in the way that you can play.
She was a best case example, but all those younger kids saw a tangible, real life example of success. Whether that person wanted to obtain a soccer scholarship, we saw Jade go on and do that in Michigan. Jade being a part of the provincial team program. For others who wanted to do that, they saw Jade do that. Youth national teams, senior national teams, now overseas with Manchester United. So all of those things that younger players may want to achieve on a personal level, Jade has done that.
No dream is too big, because if I can do it, they can do it.
I feel honored being selected for Team Ontario, and I feel like privileged.
People thought that I had something to contribute to this team, and that means a lot.
There's a lot of hard work and dedication that leads into this.
It's a really nice reward for all the hard work that all of us put in.
Okay, girls, it's all yours.
And it's nice to see all the work that everyone puts in to produce talent in this province.
I felt great. I felt like I made it to another step in my life, and I just want to keep on getting better and show what I can do.
I've always wanted to be on the team, so it's really exciting.
Not every kid has the chance to be here and play for Team Ontario, so I'm really proud of myself.
It's super cool to represent where I grew up, and obviously my goal is to go as far as possible. So I was just really excited because this is a really good first step.
It was really exciting, and I was really happy to find out when I got the email.
It feels quite awesome, honestly. It's a great experience.
I feel like I get to perform and show my talents to everyone here watching and Ontario Soccer.
I'm really appreciative. I really like this program, and it's amazing here. I really like it.
Walking in, seeing our names above our jersey, I've done some stadium tours, and it literally felt right like that. It felt like we were professional players.
It felt like a pro experience.
A pro experience. It felt really professional.
It was very professional and stuff. I've seen it on TV and stuff, so it was that.
It felt like I was walking into a professional team's change room, and then I'm about to play in a professional game.
It felt like I was kind of like a professional, with all my teammates.
It was a really nice experience just to hype us up, maybe get us ready for the game even more.
I'm excited for the games, the results, and to make friendships with the new teammates I have.
I'm really excited to play with the boys in Ontario, playing with them and against them. I like being challenged like this. It's a great feeling. I love it.
I'm excited to perform for my coaches, my teammates, and to just show my skills around. Just be able to play with a couple of my friends, show who I am, and play my greatest abilities,
I'm most excited for playing with new players that aren't on my team, that I don't get to see very often, and that are from different places like London and Ottawa.
Learn new stuff, score some goals, help the team win.
Learn about what I can do better, play with better players, and just improve.
We both played 2012, so having this opportunity to play up with this amazing group of girls has just been awesome.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
Yeah, these jerseys are super cool, so they're really nice.
The provincial program, it offers a lot of like opportunities, and if you go there and you do your thing, a lot of good things can come for you right after. So that would definitely be my biggest advice, is to just understand the opportunity and don't take anything for granted.
My advice is you're here, you got chosen for a reason, and just don't get caught up in being nervous because it goes by so quick. So just enjoy it, have fun, and just play how you play.
Have fun, play your game, play how you always play. You're chosen for a reason, and be confident, be a good team player, support each other, and just, yeah, have fun.
Always keep mentally strong and be prepared for any adversity they face, and to always keep their head high.
You guys were chosen for a reason. You clearly have talent if you were selected for this. So just be yourself on the field and really have fun.
Don't be overwhelmed by the experience. It's going to be super exciting. You guys were picked for a reason. Go out and have lots of fun.
Know your worth. You guys have been selected for a reason. These are the best players in Ontario. So, I mean, you're here to show why you're the best. And I just say, know your worth, be confident.
My advice for the U14s is to take the constructive criticism that you get from your coaches or your fellow teammates and just run with it, because that's the only thing that's going to make you grow and to make you stronger.
I think they're lost. There's no game on today.
Where is everyone? Do we know that guy?
Was that just in Marsh?
For me, my soccer journey in OPDL started with Markham FC. At the time, I played for Pickering, but I had moved to Markham to play there. I played in there for a couple of years, had a lot of joy there, did really well with the team. The team was really good.
The OPDL provided the environment for real elite class players to play against each other consistently, and so that definitely helped Jade to raise her game and to become the player that she is today.
It allowed her to develop to her potential and also be visible. Everyone knew about Jade. When you're in the OPDL program and you're good, people are going to know. It's set up to identify those players.
All right, fans, welcome back in as we get to the second half kickoff here. You're tuned into the 2025 OPDL Cup. It's the boys under 16 final between Woodbridge in blue and Vaughan in white. Woodbridge now working right to left across your screen as an early free kick given here to Vaughan. And we remind you that today's OPDL Cup action is fueled by Gatorade. With a proven blend of carbs and electrolytes, Gatorade is scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Both TFC and CPL are vital aspirational destinations along the talented pathway. TFC, through its TFC Academy, is a pinnacle club soccer destination for aspiring professional male soccer players in our provinces. Here goes Simonetta with the shot on, but not truly testing the keeper with that one. It was a good opportunity, but not the clinical finish or shot you would have hoped for there from Simonetta. As mentioned, TFC, through its TFC Academy, is a pinnacle club soccer destination for aspiring professional male soccer players in our province. As now Vaughan back the other way trying to spur an attack. And here it's controlled as they work back to the far flank. Nothing doing, and a handball called there. The CPL is Canada's top-tier men's domestic professional league, represented in Ontario by its member clubs Forge FC, York United FC, and Atletico Ottawa. Provides important development opportunities for over 150 Canadian players, many of whom come from Ontario. Gale contending for possession here as he had a man draped on his back, and that draws the call as the foul there against Salomone. Or check that was Ortiz committing the foul. Gale. Callum. Over to Kopp. Snow controlling the far touchline. Into the middle for Papandrea.
Good win, Yanni, good win.
Cardenas unable to make the play in traffic, and now Vaughan looking for a quick counter with De Leon running, but the ball too heavy for him to catch, and the keeper Mugueza quickly bowls it out for Woodbridge. Callum being closed down here as Arangio gives him fits, and now Sosa comes away with it. But Romano tracking back defensively, and a foul called here against Sosa. So good defensive recovery that time by Gabriel Romano. Romano's had a nice game today for Woodbridge, working that left back position and at times pushing up to be an offensive threat as well. Mugueza. Callum, one of the captains for Woodbridge, and the center back draws the ball through the middle where Simonetta unable to control it. Arangio trying to turn on Papandrea. Arangio taking it towards the corner here. Continuing to dribble, and now more support in the form of Viaz there defensively as Papandrea there with the tackle, and that's out for a corner. So Woodbridge out shooting and out chancing Vaughan in the first half, but we'll see what the team in white can do here with this corner kick, as heading over to take it is Joel Souza. He'll set up for an in-swinger.
Let's get in there, Jax.
As there's 6 or 7 white jerseys in and around the penalty area here for Vaughan. Souza's left-footed cross. Aerial attempt. Oh, and great save there by Mugueza. He really had to be careful as that ball seemed to be hanging up towards the top corner. And he elevated nice, he stretched up. Now he might be caught out here, and oh, what a save, Mugueza! Backpedaling and punching that one over the bar. No, he never got a touch to it. It's off the bar and out for a goal kick. Well, Mugueza happy not to get credit for the save if he doesn't have to concede a corner, but Souza nearly catching him off his line that time. And Mugueza looked like he had it covered. In real time, it certainly looked like he had made the save, but off the top of the bar and out for a goal kick. Either way, a couple of close calls there for the Woodbridge keeper, who now has probably made his 2 best saves of this match.
Come on, up. Well up, big man. You're gone, you're gone. Work that.
Loose ball here, knocked away by Kopp, and out for a Vaughan throw.
Let's go blue, let's go blue.
Good long toss intended for Arangio. He can't catch it, but coming in to make the play initially was Volasai. And now, again, Vaughan have another throw in here with 5 minutes gone in the second half. We're playing 2 45-minute halves today, and if we're tied, we go straight to penalty kicks after the 90 minutes. Arangio trying to draw a call, nothing doing. As De Leon juggling the ball, trying to play it back, and now Cardenas there for Woodbridge as he wins possession with a throw-in.
Go wide.
Lucas Snow gets set to throw the ball in. Subbed in at the halftime break. Pelliciotta tried to make the play along the line, but lost it to the touch, and it's out for a Vaughan throw. Taken quickly, and the team's exchanging possession here with a lack of quality at the moment. Volasai trying to change that as he draws it back for Royer.
Stretch it out. Get it, Charlie.
Secured, and Ortiz being closed down by Gale. Gale nearly causes the turnover, and Gale took the worst of it as nice job by Souza to dribble through, and he's clear of traffic now. Souza drawing it back over to Arangio. Arangio crossed, but dealt with well by the defender Callum, knocked out for a corner. Well, some good individual skill by Joel Souza to create that opportunity after he was able to free himself from a couple of tacklers. Created that chance through space, and now he prepares to take the corner kick for Vaughan. Some contact there between Pelliciotta and his man as the cross comes in, a bit of contact, and out for a goal kick.
Walk it up. That's a corner.
Vaughan not happy about that, and that call changed quickly as out for a corner, and
Ref, wake up, man.
they'll try it again, this time from the far side. Sebastian Torres, one of the halftime substitutes for Vaughan, will prepare to take this corner as Woodbridge gets set to bring in Hunter Wright. Good in-swinger, tight to the near post. The keeper Mugueza had to be careful there as he got caught up behind the play. No harm, no foul, and it's out for a Vaughan throw. We'll get the Woodbridge change here as Wright gets set to make his debut into the match. And we'll see what kind of spark he can provide off the bench, as it looks like he'll take Simonetta out. And we'll see if Hunter Wright can provide an attacking threat and find a breakthrough here as these two teams remain scoreless, as for the time being Simonetta heads to the bench.
5 minutes, fight through it.
Another hot day here as we'll get the cooling break around the midway mark of this second half. But from the throw, Vaughan trying to take possession. Woodbridge defending as Pelliciotta gets to it defensively. Scramble forward, a darting tackle. Vaughan come away with it. And nice control there through traffic as Torres making the play. Here goes Arangio, shot right on, and he scores! The captain, Michael Arangio, in the 54th minute. And Vaughan have the advantage. It's 1-0. Here at the 2025 OPDL Under-16 Boys Cup Final. Let's get another look at this. Arangio doing well to juggle it through the air. Draws for the right-footed strike from maybe 24 yards out. Low and placed perfectly past the outstretched Mugueza, who couldn't get his fingers to it. And Arangio gives his team the 1-0 lead in the 55th minute. Well, despite all the opportunities and shots on target Woodbridge have had in this match, they now find themselves behind the 8 ball, trailing 1-0. Ezra De Leon seems to be struggling here. Now he drops to the turf, but play continuing on as Gale brings it into the penalty area. Gets around the defender, shoots, and a big save there from the keeper Steed. And now the match official stopped this game and get De Leon the medical attention he needs. Well, Woodbridge nearly finding a response immediately with that chance for Deshani Gale as he tried to tuck it near side, but Avery Steed there making another quality save. Looks like De Leon pulling up with some cramping and needing to be stretched out. We'll see if he's able to continue on, but it looks like they're going to have to get a substitute ready here. It looks like Jonathan Vasquez will be coming in to take place for the injured De Leon as we get a look at the shot comparison. And as we mentioned, Woodbridge with that significant advantage, nearly double the amount of shots that Vaughan has attempted. But despite all the shot attempts and even shots on target, Woodbridge find themselves trailing here 1-0. So De Leon heads to the touchline, and we hope he's okay and can make a return to this match. But for the time being, he's subbed out, and we'll get a glimpse at Jonathan Vasquez. Restarting from the goal kick, it's controlled now by Salomone. Check that, that's Ortiz. Ortiz playing the ball through the middle. Aranjo, the goal scorer for Vaughan, makes the dish over to Souza. Souza, his left-footed ball, no one up there for Vaughan, and that'll track to the Woodbridge keeper, Mugueza. Really good crowd on hand for this one, and again, with two local clubs and two rival clubs in Vaughan and Woodbridge, maybe no surprise there. Even with the heat, a couple hundred fans showing up here at the stadium field at the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center as we're coming to you live from the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals. Viaz hauled down, he draws a call, and it'll be a free kick for Woodbridge on the attacking side of half. Viaz keeps it short, gets the return from Callum. Switches over as De Leon heading back to the bench, seemingly okay, so I'd expect to see him back in this match at some point for Vaughan. As that ball chipped up towards the half line. And now Souza takes it for Vaughan. Heads it forward, but no one there in white. However, they will get it with a throw in here just on their defensive side of the half line. Foul committed on that exchange as Arangio draws the call against Callum. Callum doesn't like it as he pleads for an explanation. But Vaughan are going to get a set piece opportunity and a chance for Souza to whip across in towards the penalty area. Souza retreats, just Gale to defend. Ball towards the back post, flag goes up as an offside call. I think it was Royer. There were two Vaughan players in the vicinity, as it was Royer and Mazzoli both there, one of the two offside, maybe both. Controlled now by Callum. Mugueza out wide. As drawing back to the keeper was Kopp. Callum closed down quickly, gets the ball over to Romano. Gale under pressure from two defenders, does well to keep that in along the touchline as Gale trying to dribble into a safe place. Makes the pass to Kopp. Kopp then returns to Callum. Callum through the middle where Viaz with a quick touch to Gale, and now he gives him an overlap. Gale feathers it through the middle, and this could be promising as brought ahead by Pelliciotta. He plays that over to Romano. Quick touch into the middle. Flag goes up on Hunter Wright. Never could muster a quality shot wouldn't have mattered anyways as he was in an offside position. 60th minute of play as we're inside the final half hour of this under-16 boys OPDL Cup final, and it's Vaughan leading 1-0. Woodbridge have had quality opportunities. They haven't mustered anything too threatening within the last, well, really since the start of the second half. The last 15 minutes of play have been fairly favoring Vaughan, but in that first 45, Woodbridge having to feel maybe a little snake bitten because they created great goal scoring opportunities, just couldn't finish. Let's see if they find a way through here for an equalizer. Not in this sequence though, as it's controlled by Salamone, playing it ahead, and now getting some separation is Torres. Torres hauled down, but advantage played here as it's controlled by Arangio. Up the far flank on the overlap where it's Salamone dribbling in, draws back for Torres, appeals for a penalty, but nothing doing there as Torres continues to stay down in the box. He's back up now and Gale controls for Woodbridge. Gale stepping inside. That ball flicked on, he's onside, and he's in all alone, making the move, and a chance to tie this game here, buried beautifully with composure by Pellicota. Matteo Pellicota gets the goal for Woodbridge. The second half substitute ties this game. He timed that run perfectly as he was onside, no doubt about it. And then once Pellicota was in one-on-one with the keeper, he exposed Steed, the defender scrambling back to try cover the goal. But as you can see on the replay, was a futile effort because Pellicota buried it with composure. And just after wondering if Woodbridge had enough spirit to find a way back because they weren't showing much signs of life here in the second half, seemingly out of nothing, they find an equalizer. And now Cardenas has it, trying to press another attack. Nothing to do with that time for Wright, but he quickly gets the ball back. Gale, who played that great through ball, gets to Wright. It's over to Cardenas, drawing back in front for Pellicota, and he's got a brace! Oh my goodness! Matteo Pellicota has turned this game on its head. A brace, 2 goals just minutes apart. Get a look at this replay. All from the advantage as Gale gave up his body to chip that through. A great ball across by Cardenas, and even with Steed charging off his line, that pass perfectly placed where the keeper unable to make a play, and Pellicota able to just redirect it in, just tap that home. And a brace for Matteo Pellicota. Just minutes apart to give Woodbridge a 2-1 lead. Well, how about that? They didn't just get off the mat, they landed a couple of haymakers, and now Vaughan are stunned. Let's see how Vaughan responds. Nearly 5 minutes ago, they had a 1-0 lead. They now trail 2-1 after a brace from Matteo Pellicota. Woodbridge in control. Papandrea looking to play that ball ahead to Cardenas, who gets the assist on the second Pellicota goal. Salamone does well to handle that defensive assignment, but then loses the ball shortly thereafter. Torres coming up with it for Vaughan. Poked loose, but a free kick whistled as a foul committed, and we'll have a substitution here for Vaughan. A Woodbridge player down there in Papandrea. And D'Ambrosi gets set to come into this match for Vaughan as he'll take Yanni Zur out of the game. Zur having a good effort through the midfield, mostly handling defensive responsibilities through that midfield so far, and a well-earned respite for Zur. The approaching the midway mark of the second half and anticipating the cooling break once again in a few minutes as this game really turned on its head. And if you're on that Vaughan sideline, you're thinking, man, if we could have just gotten to the cooling break with that lead intact. Now they find themselves trailing and need to show some urgency here with Souza trying to keep it in, but shielded well by Callum. Kopp receives the pass from Callum. You got to feel for Avery Steed, the keeper for Vaughan. He's played such a strong game, and then to concede twice in the span of just minutes. Man, that's a real mental hurdle to overcome, and we'll see if he can make a save given the next opportunity. As he had been really strong up until those 2 goals against, and neither his fault per se, but here goes Gale, heavy touch, and that's cleared. And that rock-steady back line for Vaughan has been chipped and chiseled, and we'll see if they can recover. There you get a look at Deshawnee Gale for Woodbridge. Again, he gave up his body to make that chip play, and that little touch from Gale to Cardenas would lead to the second goal for Woodbridge and Pelliciotta. And you have to be impressed with the way Gale has played so far in this match. Gale staying on side as he receives the pass. Tries to split the 2 defenders, but that time can't get past the opposition. Ball chipped ahead where it's met by Callum. Papandrea will leave it for Snow. Papandrea trying to get around Volasai. Back to Callum. Played ahead as trying to work his way inside is Viaz. Shielded closely there by D'Ambrosi as Papandrea plays it outside to Snow. Snow looking to cut back in. Initially knocked away by Torres. Controlled now by Cardenas. Papandrea. Viaz touches on here for Gale. One-time attempt. Well, he got all of it but didn't get over it, and that curls out for a goal kick. O'Neill's Sportswear is a leading supplier globally to grassroots sports organizations and professional clubs alike. With over 100 years of expertise, is Ontario Soccer's official soccer apparel, uniform, and equipment partner. For more information on their made-to-order personalized apparel and uniform solutions, visit O'Neills.com. O'Neill's Sportswear. Live for it. 68th minute of action as you're tuned into the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals weekend. Day 2 will have a total of 6 matches in the books when it's all said and done, and make sure you check out the Match Center page on OntarioSoccer.net for all the latest scores, stats, match updates, match recaps, and more. And of course, head over to your app store and download the My Soccer app powered by BMO for exclusive content you won't get anywhere else. Foul committed. And it's against Vaughan, much to their coach's dismay. And it's going to be a free kick for Woodbridge. I think the Vaughan coaching staff just frustrated at the way this match has developed for their squad over the last 10 minutes. Seemingly like they had things in control, and then now finding themselves in a less than favorable spot, down 2-1 with a little more than 20 minutes of match time remaining. Here go Woodbridge trying to press ahead. That ball intended for Gale to run onto. He's shielded closely by Ortiz. The keeper Steed having to make a play after it was passed back to him. And now Romano touches ahead. Viaz gets past the defender. He's got room to carry this in. Viaz draws in front. Dummy. Cardenas can't get the shot away after the initial dummy from Pelliciotta. And now Vaughan will slow things down. But the botched clearance, lucky it ricocheted right to the keeper Steed. Vaughan have got to find a way to get things back on track here. Royer being pressured by both Wright and Gale. He has to go back to the keeper Steed, who plays it out wide, and Vaughan getting a little too lackadaisical back there with their possession. Wright committing the foul, though. Check that, that's Gale committing the foul. And Vaughan quickly get it back into play. Mazzoli dropping it back for Royer. Wright got a touch to it, so that'll go out for a Vaughan throw. Ortiz looking to hustle it back into play here. Plays short for Souza. His volley pass that initially blocked, but now it's back with Royer. Jackson Royer lays that one off. As Jonathan Vasquez. Vaughan working some short passing, and now they open up the runner in Ortiz up the flank. Ortiz squaring there against the defender in Wright. Souza, he crosses into the penalty area, initially headed away by Snow, but danger there on the volley, and Volasai kicks it right at the keeper, Mugeza, who makes a relatively routine save. Well, Volasai rushing it just a little bit, maybe. His initial reaction knowing that he wish he had hit that better. 72nd minute. As the ball pressed forward here with D'Ambrosi on it. Dishes that one off to Volasai, but a poor first touch leads to it being a temporary relief of pressure. However, Vaughan quickly back on it now. Arangio, he's got their lone goal in this match. Arangio draws to his right foot and scores! And check that, that's not Arangio, that's Sebastian Torres, the second half substitute, making an impact. What a goal there from Torres to draw this match level at 2. Get a look at this. Torres, confident, carrying the ball against Snow into the area and drawing to the right foot, putting it top corner. Beautiful strike from Torres to tie this match at 2. The second half substitute making a tremendous impact. The Woodbridge bench not happy right now as head coach Marco Retta giving it to his squad, and now we'll get the cooling break here in the 73rd minute. Well, how about that? Right before the break, Vaughan pull one back. And folks, don't go anywhere, because the final 17 minutes of this match is going to be fireworks as we're all square 2-2 in the Under-16 Boys Cup Final at the 2025 OPDL Cup Finals weekend.
Go, Mazzoli. Go, man.
But then when the guy's dribbling up with the ball, like, nobody was attacking him, and you put pressure on him, even if it's just like a road, then he's not as confident.
Welcome. All right, soccer fans, welcome back inside the Zankin Automotive Soccer Center Stadium Field as we get back into the action here. It's the Under-16 Boys Cup Final at the 2025 OPDL Cup, and as we get back from the cooling break, we're all square 2-2 between Vaughan and Woodbridge. What a match, and what a turn of events over the last 15 minutes of play, really. As we get a substitution here for Vaughan. Senema into the match on the defensive change. And Vaughan drawing equal on that Torres strike just minutes ago. Really just the last play prior to the cooling break. And we'll see which team can find the breakthrough once again as we're deadlocked 2-2. A reminder that if we end the 90 minutes tied, we'll go straight to penalty kicks. Snow. He got beat on that goal by Torres, who made a phenomenal individual effort for Vaughan. Gale trying to keep this in play. Oh, nearly did, but just across the line, and it's out for a Vaughan throw-in. Ortiz. Volasai. Souza. Nice little return to Volasai, who stays on side and starts to work the flank. Crosses in. Flag goes up, though, and wouldn't have mattered, I suppose, because Torres, who had the equalizer, flubbed that attempt and had put it out for the goal kick. But as mentioned, irrelevant with the flag going up as he was caught offside. Mugueza will restart play with the kick here as we approach the final 10 minutes of this match. A brace in the game from Matteo Pelliciotta from Woodbridge. And goals from Michael Arangio and Sebastian Torres for Vaughan. And that's your recap. It was Vaughan going up 1-0 on the Arangio goal. And then a brace in very quick succession as Gale causes a turnover, and he's got a break here. Deshani Gale, and he retains the lead for Woodbridge. They get it right back. Deshani Gale causes the turnover, and he puts it home to make it 3-2 for Woodbridge. He might get a caution for the celebration, but he's going to say it's worth it. Get a look at the replay. Causes the turnover from Royer. Well out of position and off his line was the keeper, Steed, basically giving Gale the empty net to tuck it in into that far corner. And Deshani Gale, who's had a strong match today for Woodbridge, gets the breakthrough after seeing their 2-1 lead disappear. Gale gets it back and makes it 3-2. We've got a substitution here for Vaughan in the interim as Mazzoli coming back into the game. He was subbed out, and maybe that defensive change with Mazzoli coming out for that quick respite showing costly as Senema caught, and now Royer, who had played every minute so far as well, gassed and on the bench here with Mazzoli back in. Incredible turn of events here through this second half. The swings of momentum in this match, the lead changes, a little bit of everything here. Let's see what Vaughan do now, trailing once again. Ball to the outside for Torres, who had drawn them equal at 2-2. Torres trying to work some magic again, plays it in. Onside cross in, but well defended by Callum, who pleads over to AR1 for a flag next time, and nothing doing as he made the defensive clearance. We get a substitution here as Woodbridge prepare to bring in Keyser. And it'll be Cardenas coming out of the match. Well, Cardenas, who assisted on the second Pelliciotta goal, will come out for the time being, and maybe a case where Woodbridge putting in a more defensive-minded midfielder here in a lockdown effort, up 3-2, and just more than 10 minutes of match play remaining. So keys are in right now, shadowing Souza as Vaughan try to move the ball along the far corner. It's knocked out, and it'll be a Vaughan throw in here. Quickly tossed deep, but good header there from Callum. Excuse me, that was Kopp with the defensive header. Wright chasing after the loose ball, can't get to it ahead of Senema and Mazzoli. Mazzoli controls now. Mazzoli pressing the troops up the pitch, but that ball headed away by Kopp. Teams exchanging possession with the aerial headers, and now Vaughan trying to make something happen up the far flank with Arangio on the ball. Closed down by two defenders, and Snow knocks it out for the throw. Volasai tossing that one in. Header attempted there on the flick by Mazzoli, but he couldn't get the touch. And now Senema drawing the foul on Wright. Senema playing that one forward. Volasai Quick return. Vaughan trying to close the field here and inch up as we're inside the final 10 minutes. Loose ball as Keyser trying to come up with it. Good tackle, and it's out through the half. Vaughan quickly back in possession here. Senema makes the pass over to Souza. Souza cutting back inside, left-footed cross towards the penalty area. Defended well that time by Kopp. Romano, he clears with a half clearance to relieve the pressure temporarily, and then Keyser there with a good touch to knock it out for a throw. Vasquez trying to get as much yardage as he can before he's called back. Looking for Volasai, tried to flick on, nothing doing as it was controlled by Papandrea. Headed back to the keeper here, but outside his area. Steed had to play it with his feet with right bearing down on him. Souza back, controlled by Ortiz. He switches over to the far flank. Gale trying to create havoc there for Salamone, but the defender for Vaughan comes away with it. Torres switching to the near side. Souza gains control. Squared up here by Romano. Souza inside, left-footed cross, trying to feed into the area, but Callum there with the defensive block and subsequent clearances. That's going to come nearly right into the booth here, off the roof, and out of the park. Souza tosses in as Arangio trying to contend here against Callum. Arangio, defensive support from Romano. Arangio turned Callum but lost the ball and then committed the foul. Time ticking away now for Vaughan. We've seen them come back once in this match already. Can they do it again? They've got less than 10 minutes to try force penalties here. Controlled. Senema over to Souza. Closed down by Keyser. Hard challenge, but knocked out for a Vaughan throw.
Come on, White, keep going, boys. Come on, White.
D'Ambrosi with the throw-in. Arangio trying to work against Romano. Arangio whips the cross in, but there's Kopp for the half clear. Volasai continuing to press here for Vaughan. Souza draws with the left foot, and that's right into the keeper, as Mugueza didn't have to move much to make that save. Wasn't quite a serviceable cross and wasn't quite hard enough a shot to challenge. And in the end, possession wasted from a Vaughan perspective. They'll try to build up again here. Volasai trying to turn on Papandrea. Doesn't want to force, so he turns back as it looks like De Leon gets set to return to this match, and Vaughan need his speed and offensive prowess and threat here in terms of trying to press for an equalizer, and I think we're going to get the substitution now, and we will. So it'll be Volasai out of the match and De Leon back in, and good to see him making his return after picking up that knock a little bit earlier. And we'll see if Ezra De Leon can find an equalizer here for Vaughan. But here go Woodbridge. Viaz playing it ahead for Keyser. Keyser squaring up on Senema. Keyser tried to force it through, it was blocked, and that's out for a Woodbridge throw. 84th minute of play.
Make it a nightmare, let's go.
Romano
Fight through it.
getting set to restart things here with the throw-in. Taking his time, and now finally gets it in where Wright heads it on. Senema. Wright gets a touch but commits a foul, and a free kick for Vaughan as we're into the 85th minute. They've got to show some urgency now, and actually it's a throw-in, excuse me. As Souza does well to flick that onto Arangio, but on the return Souza gassed and he couldn't get to it. Souza with his hands on his knees. It's been a exhausting match for both teams, and fatigue certainly factoring in at this late stage of the game. That one off the mark, and another Woodbridge throw, which will allow them to milk the clock a little more. right. Flicks that one on. Viaz getting that arm up on, I think it was Senema who took the worst of it. Actually, check that, it was D'Ambrosi. And D'Ambrosi draws the free kick. Well, Vaughan have got to get some energy here and show some urgency because time working against them now. That free kick headed away by Papandrea, and Woodbridge back in possession. Mazzoli with a good play to come away with it, and he's going to try spur an attack here for Vaughan. Plays it ahead for De Leon, but too heavy a touch. He had no chance of tracking that one. Woodbridge will make a substitution at the next break as Albanese gets set to come into this game.
Let's work through it.
As Callum plays it through the middle for Keyser. Keyser looking for the overlap, the long side runner there from Gale. Nothing doing, and now Snow comes up with the defensive header. But quickly retained, at least temporarily, by D'Ambrosi. Looks like Vaughan will prepare to make a substitution as well, as it looks like Makai Morty's going to come into this match. So we'll see if Morty can give Vaughan that attacking threat that they need, as Albanese is going to switch out Hunter right. And again, probably a case here where Woodbridge bringing in a little more defensive-minded mentality with Wright coming out and Albanese in. And it doesn't look like Vaughan are going to get their substitution here, or will they? No, they're going to have to wait for the next opportunity. So Mugueza will restart with the goal kick here in the 87th minute. Headed on, controlled initially by Ortiz and then over the head of Torres, out for a Woodbridge throw. And now we'll get the Vaughan substitution, as it'll be D'Ambrosi coming out of the match. And into the game comes Makai Morty.
Sit back, boys. Don't sit back.
Woodbridge trying to hold this tentative 3-2 lead. Right now they're keeping Vaughan at bay. Snow tosses in from the throw. Foul committed there by the Woodbridge forward, and not liking it was Pelliciotta, who's got 2 of the 3 goals today for Woodbridge, but committing the foul. Here goes Vaughan. Senema playing it ahead. Pressure there and a foul committed across the back of the legs of Vasquez. And now Vaughan starting to show some urgency. Woodbridge trying to hold a tight defensive line here for an offside. We'll see what Vaughan can do to try break through that. Ball played ahead, and a foul committed on the back there of Arangio. And now a set piece opportunity for Vaughan, and a chance to push essentially everyone forward and whip across into the box. Just 2 players other than the kick taker behind the ball right now for Vaughan, and they may even send Senema in as well. He slowly starts to track into a position where he could track a loose ball, as standing over top to take the kick is Sebastian Torres. A 2-man wall sets up defensively. Vaughan putting essentially everyone else inside the penalty area here, as we're in the 89th minute. Torres. Well struck free kick towards the back post. Flag goes up as newly into the match, Makai Morty unable to time that run, and he's called offside, putting an end to that threat for Vaughan. Got to look at the replay there, and Woodbridge taking their time here to restart as we wait to see how much added time we'll have here to tack on to the end of this match. You're tuned into the 2025 OPDL Under-16 Boys Cup Final between Vaughan and Woodbridge. Woodbridge holding on to a 3-2 lead. We've had numerous lead changes in this match. Will we find a last-ditch equalizer here from Vaughan to force penalties, or will Woodbridge hold on for the win? Tossed in quickly hammered out there by Kopp. Woodbridge are going to make a substitution as Simonetta gets set to come back into this match. And away from the play, we've got an injured player from Woodbridge, and that's Deshawnee Gale, who right now has the game-winning goal if this stands up. And Gale's going to be substituted out here for Simonetta, as we're going to have a minimum of 2 minutes to be added on here. And for Vaughan, their OPDL Cup hopes on the line now with just 2 minutes to play at the end of this match. Here's the substitution with Gale coming out. Deshawnee Gale has the go-ahead goal to put Woodbridge up 3-2 as they try lock this down. Complaints from the Vaughan bench as to the 2 minutes of added time, feeling like there should have been more. Simonetta tries to make the play, commits the foul in doing so, and a free kick. No, check that. It's just going to be a throw-in for Vaughan.
Let's go, get up, let's go.
Vaughan's pushing everyone, including the keeper, Steed, all the way up now. Some confusion here, though, as they now realize it's not a free kick. It's just a throw. There's a cross into the penalty area. But no, we never actually restarted play, so let's try this all again. From the throw, they do it again. There's a volley cross attempt, but it's mishit. And now Senema tries to make a play under pressure. Senema dribbling away. He's caught with the tackle, and this is going to be a caution to Keyser. And Keyser's shown the yellow card here in injury time. Added time there, you can see the tackle attempt from Keyser. And now Vaughan push everybody except the kick taker into the penalty area, including the keeper, Avery Steed. All 10 players except for the kick taker lining up along the top of the penalty area here for Vaughan as they are desperate for a last-minute equalizer. Souza delivers the chip in, headed away initially as Steed tried to make a play. Arangio got a foot to it. Callum controlling now for Vaughan. Nearly gives it up though. Good pressure from Morty. Senema misplays it and Viaz now has it. Morty comes back with a well-timed tackle. The keeper Steed well out of his area. Pelichota looking, thinking, trying, but he doesn't get the hat trick with that effort. Matteo Pelichota with 2 in the game tried to catch the keeper. Steed well off his line, but lacked accuracy. Last couple moments here for Vaughan. They're pushing everything forward now. Headed by Callum, but Morty's going to have a chance. No, Viaz gets to it first. Good hustle there from Viaz. Controlled now by Vaughan on the throw. Morty with the flick on, nothing doing there. Again, a minimum of 2 minutes at the referee's discretion. Of course he can add more, and Vaughan hoping that there is more to come here. As hauled back was Sosa, and that could be a caution. And indeed it is. Simonetta goes into the book here in added time. And once again, Vaughan will push everybody, including the keeper Steed, all the way to the brink of the penalty area.
Drive it deep, Joel. Put on the keeper, man. Put on the keeper. Let's go, White. This is it, boys.
This could very well be the last play of this match as Souza sets up to take the free kick. Vaughan putting everyone to the penalty area. Woodbridge trying to defend. Souza's left-footed ball into the area. Headed away. Referee puts the whistle to his mouth. And that'll do it! Woodbridge are your 2025 OPDL Cup champions in the boys under 16 final. What a match, what drama, and what a way to kick off day 2 of the 2025 OPDL Cup finals weekend. A brace by by Matteo Pelliciotta, and a game-winning goal as some fireworks after the match here between opposing players. Keyser and Mazzoli getting face-to-face and exchanging some words, and now De Leon in the middle of it. These match officials are keeping close tabs on things here, as it's a mix of hostilities and then sportsmanship, with some nice exchanges and then some not so nice ones here. But cooler heads seemingly prevail, and Woodbridge are going to be able to celebrate a win here in the Under-16 Boys Cup Final at the 2025 OPDL Cup. Today's OPDL Cup action was fueled by Gatorade. But before we get to that, let's look at the match stats at the final whistle. You can see Woodbridge earning the victory, and would have been a hard done by loss given that they outshot and outchanced Vaughan through much of this match. 12 shots on target compared to 7 for Vaughan, but the one stat line that mattering the most, the 3-2 scoreline in favor of Woodbridge. While today's OPDL Cup action was fueled by Gatorade, the official sports fuel of OPDL. With a proven blend of carbs and electrolytes, Gatorade is scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel after the match. Thank you again. Actually, you know what? We're going to get a look at some match highlights here before we sign things off, as Woodbridge prepare to celebrate their championship. And a great job by our technical crew behind the scenes all weekend long, and again here today in our first of 3 matches. Let's get a look at some of those match highlights here, as it was a back and forth affair, starting with some highlight reel saves from the Vaughan keeper Steve, as he was called to action over and over again in that opening half before Woodbridge could break him down in the second half. Before the first half would end, though, Vaughan getting the opportunity, that particular one by De Leon going off the outside of the net. And in the second half of play, good chances both ways before Arangio would open up the scoring here on that low driving shot that at the time gave Vaughan the 1-0 lead. Woodbridge, however, would storm back on the strength of a brace from Matteo Pelliciotta, not there, as they would continue to brew chances, but eventually Pelliciotta would break in, and this was his second of the 2 goals to make it a 2-1 advantage. Check that was the first of his 2 goals. This is the second of the 2 goals, where Cardenas sets it up on a tee for Pelliciotta, who got the brace just minutes apart. However, Vaughan would find an equalizer through the foot of this man, Torres. A great individual effort before drawing to his right foot for a powerful shot to the top corner, and at the time making it a 2-2 game. However, Gale would come up with the game winner. Dashani Gale causing the turnover and putting it in. What a finish from Gale. And that was the difference maker for Woodbridge today. When it's all said and done, Woodbridge take the cup here in the Under-16 Boys Division with a final score of 3-2. And we want to thank our proud partners for today's event. Our premier partners, Toronto FC and the Canadian Premier League. Our program partners, Gatorade, as well as premier partners, BMO, and official apparel partners, O'Neill Sportswear. On behalf of everyone from Ontario Soccer and our technical crew, my name's Nico Cardarelli. We'll be back at 2:15 p.m. with the Under-16 Girls OPDL Cup Final between OSU and Woodbridge. Until then, stay safe, and we'll see you in about an hour's time.